Yeah, this is Point Black coming in hard off the card, coming with the flow from the barrio and coming with the heat from the motherfucking street, coming with the facts to crack their back. You know what I'm saying? And this is definitely how we gonna do. This is PBN and Point Black National News, the late edition. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do. So stay tuned down there, get yourself together, get your pencil and paper, because now we have a situation where we see Nebraska has come to the rescue of the southern border. You know, a call, they answered the call. We must protect, like I was saying before, our borders, you know what I mean, no matter the cost. You know, we must protect our borders. Like I was saying, remember the audible. You know what I'm saying? Whether the situation was true or for whoever do what, the fact that men stood their ground and don't think that black people were not involved in many ways and many fights on this land. We had been here for umpteen years before anyone even came here. And in many other countries, you know what I mean? Our ancestors has been here time and time again. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to protecting our land, we have to do so. It's important that we understand that we must also watch government and the things that the government, that the people that you elect to run your government, you know what I'm saying? We must keep a close eye on that because, like I was saying before, we have children and all kinds of stuff. Years ago, you could go to the park and, you know, be standing around and have your kid playing. These people won't even snatch your kids while you're sitting right there. You know what I mean? Preying on this and that. And now we're looking at the southern border and we're hearing the same type of pedophilia garbage going on, and you could hear the screams. You know what I'm saying? So that means, you know, men don't even know how to go out and find them a woman. They got to be messing with the babies. You know what I'm saying? This sounds like stuff that's going on in Ethiopia as well. So we see the different type of mind frames of these people that cause these things to happen on our land. And we've got to pay more close attention to that by paying attention as to who you elect and put into office. Because once you do that and they have that power, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be very hard to reverse the garbage that they do. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way it's set up. You see? You know? So we must protect our borders. You know what I'm saying? Men don't just run, they stand and fight and protect the land. You know what I'm saying? We call America because Biden let the southern border become overrun with gangs, drugs, and so on and so on. Rapists, pedophilias, and all kinds of garbage over there going on within that desert area. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start paying more closer attention because now after 90 days of Harris refusing to visit the southern border, you know what I'm saying, they're still calling on Biden to remove her from, you know, from the point person for the crisis. So she's really, you know, I mean, because they caused this in the first place. Kamala cannot tell me that she did not. Yes, she did. By stroking their back on your campaign trail, using these slogans in your speeches and telling them that if they want this and that, they got 100 days to get to the border and we can blah, blah, blah. And in your speech, you rub the back and now you're turning your back. But you need to stand up and go down there and get it right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now we see on another joint, and you know, we see another milestone. You know what I'm saying? Biden pushing again. You know, he should be pushing for better relations abroad, if you ask me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, this is back and forth, right back to the bull. You know what I'm saying? Every time he wants another, and another, and another. I mean, what's going on with that? You know what I mean? We have to pay more closer attention to that. You know? It's that time of trickiness going on. This is the time of trickiness now, I call it. You know? Biden is not the reason, you know what I'm saying? He's not the person or the reason that this has happened now. Because it's gotten to the point where the reason is the people who have went along with it. You know what I'm saying? We need the right. He's not the person for us, and he's not a good person to be in government right now. You know what I mean? You know, we need the right. We need the right person now. You know what I'm saying? So next election, people got to make a very good decision because they might cheat the election again next year. So we have to keep our eyes sharp all for the next 4 years as to what's going on that leads to the next election. You know what I'm saying? Because we now on what we call the Delta Force. I mean the Delta Squad. You know what I'm saying? We now on the Delta Squad. When we look at this situation, you know what I mean? We on the Delta Squad now. You know what I mean? Now we're looking at Fauci, you know what I'm saying? He flips. He flips on in again, Mr. Old Fauci. You know what I mean? To me, he must be removed. He is not good as head of anything when it comes to disease and control and whatever, and allergic disease or whatever that department that he's in. He needs to be removed from that department. You know what I'm saying? He knew how in and what is brewing in while he tries to hide. You see what I'm saying? And tries to hide. When hold up, when you look at this guy, you know what I mean? He's got to go. He's got to go. You know what I mean? He is terrible. He's terrible. When you hold up, you think, hold on for your time in this situation based on, the Jews. You know what I'm saying? But not for some. You know what I mean? Not for some. The last that is now. And will now be someone else's eyes. Don't be surprised. You carry the bag as well as the bag. You know what I'm saying? You carry the bag as well as the bag. So you have to understand that. Now we see Trump asking the justice, the DOJ, to look into a show, the SNL Saturday Night Live, because because they focus on him while he was in office, using shows like SNL is cool, but that's how they use the media to basically slide in the garbage. Dumb jokes. A joke is a joke, but until it turns to tears. You know what I'm saying? Even weighing in on on the political issues to sway the minds of the people and votes. These shows do. Deep state, if you ask me. Deep state, if you ask me, clowns for real. You know what I mean? Because you can't joke about everything all the time when situation is costing lives. While people watching these SNL shows and stuff, lives are being lost. So we now have to understand that. You know what I mean? Now we see a dumb reporter writes a book, saying that Trump was trying to send COVID-19 infected people. Yeah. Like, how did they really get infected is the question. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the whole situation, how did they get infected is what we should be asking. You know what I mean? If you ask me, who's this clown trying to fool with that book? You know what I mean? Sounds like a little deep state if you ask me. To me, Trump was trying to separate the infected from, the non-infected, which made sense. But taken out of context, if you ask me, because of, Anthony Fauci, the weasel. You know what I mean? The weasel. Wrongful info is what was that all about. You know what I mean? Then springing it out of nowhere to cause Trump to look bad, as well as the masses of the world, you know what I'm saying? As the rest of the masses of the world looking at Trump. You know what I mean? As the world. Trump bear, to me, Trump bear no real blame for for that because you know we knew it was given, not catching. You know what I'm saying? New York, uh, New Yorkers, and to me, to me, the same thing Cuomo did in New York and fake the funk to the last, even produce, the bodies, so forth, the bods, you know what I mean? Because with this move, he wouldn't have had, without this move, he wouldn't have succeeded, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have had the pandemic effect, and confused minds as to what we saw going on all across many cities, especially Democratic cities with Democratic governors were in office at that time. At that time, they were in office at that time in the Democratic states. So, for who that reporter is that wrote the book, you know what I mean? He needs to go sit down somewhere and write something that makes sense instead of writing dumb stuff and trying to accredit the minds of the people, you know what I'm saying, with constant strikes. Now we see, you know what I'm saying, my man, I think his name is Curtis Swiller, has won the Republican Silva, I don't understand, I don't understand how these people last name is, but it's Curtis Sliwa has won the Republican primary in New York City marital race. You know what I'm saying? Marital race, knocking out Fernando Matos or whatever out of the box. You know what I mean? The founder. Now we also see another one coming up, the founder of the Guardian Angels. You know what I mean? Good job stepping up, putting his hat in the race. What took so long, I don't know. You know, he has my support. We are looking for others to step up. You know, in all places and government. Especially on the Republican ticket of government. Let's get the Republicans going. You know what I mean? Even leaving the open door for Mr. Fernando. Okay, that's a good move. You see? That's a good move. You even leave an open door for Mr. Fernando. You know what I'm saying? Now Coma has lived after, he lived after 2 years, and it has now, expired. You know, but 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 the Jews, you know what I'm saying, still have to be pushed. You know what I'm saying? We see that. It's very strange that we see these type of things where you're saying this and the third and the fourth based on the fact of how many have fallen into the frame of things. You know what I'm saying? And where now it's even saying that it's expired, but still have to, be pushed as well. You can bet on that. You know what I mean? But the clock is still running. The clock is still running, and we must see real solutions as we go. As we go. You know what I mean? Because one can hide behind the law. You see what I'm saying? Now that the damage is done. Now that the damage is done. You know what I mean? And this is what it's saying now. You know what I mean? If this is what it said, it was then time. You know, it was then that time. Will for all. That time will for all who have a taste of the orange juice. You know what I mean? That's a fact and point blank as time goes. Because not everybody had a glass of the juice at the same time. So we have to understand that. But no matter, you know, Como time has come as well. Time for some Republicans in the House. You know, time for some Republicans in the House. You know, but we see, but what I'm not willing to accept is this overstanding of a Republican and a Democrat. How are you going to be both? Dancing between the party lines. You know what I'm saying? We need a full Republican for governor and not one on the damn tape or pedophilia or deep state or any Luciferian garbage at all. His affiliation has to be to the people. He has the republic. That's what the name republic means. When you look at the word republic, it's saying that the government is republicing the people. It's like the government is the people. Republic. What's the, take away the word re, you have the word public. Republic. You see what I'm saying? You know, republic, the people. For governor. For governor. And not one, like I said, on the tape. And willing to stand for the people, not fear-mongering, not lying, and all this different stuff. Not fear-mongering at all. Con games. We need solutions. That's basically what we need. We need solutions. Solutions and good solutions that are going to make our country, run right. So we need solutions to be a lot, because to me, the solutions as they go, there will be a lot of cleaning. There will be a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? We must break the democratic rule. You know what I'm saying? We have come too far to let that take us over on this demon craft nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to break the democratic rule. They cannot keep ruling the House for 4,700 years. Then one Republican. Another 4,700 years. Maybe another 2 years. Then a Republican. No. We need an open branch. We need a Republican Party. They can stay with their garbage. We need a People's Party. And we need a Young People's Party. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We've got to break that rule. We've come too far with this garbage from them. Time to remove the trash. You know what I'm saying? Some are even saying, 5 more years and stupidness like that. 5 more years, 5 more years, and all kinds of stupid garbage that they're talking about, and nobody wants to hear that. Like it's a big joke. 5 more years, like it's a big joke. Where some of many have, a vested interest in the Luciferian garbage, where they play, you know what I'm saying, living like it's nothing. Like a bottle cap or a piece of lint that you just throw away. This is the way some of them look at human life. For these forces are now upon us through trickery, deception, and wicked behavior. You know what I'm saying? We have seen their outcome before it will come to. Before it will even come to. We saw that wicked outcome before it will come to fall. So for 47 years, we have we have seen their dirty hands at work. You know what I'm saying? Using our government as if it is theirs for the taking, while you have dumb people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, to where they enjoy the full protection from their crimes. But we see behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? We see behind closed doors how they have feed on the innocent. Like at the border and what's going on over there in the desert. You know what I'm saying? Like vultures. You know what I'm saying? Like vultures at a feeding frenzy. Mm. We've seen the wicked behavior take lives. You know what I'm saying? Taking the lives, the voice. You know what I mean? The voices even go unheard. The voices even go unheard. You know? The cry for help. You know what I'm saying? Landing on deaf ears. Wow. You know what I'm saying? While they drink the blood of wine and laugh. Ha, ha, ha. You know what I'm saying? We need to start paying more close attention to what's going on. So Point Black is gonna hold it right here. You know what I'm saying? Laughing ha 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 all the way to hell. So we gonna just hold it right here. Rocking. This is Point Black coming in, saying rock, stay for I. You know what I'm saying? May the mother be thy God, be strong and healthy in thy ways, that thou be good and clean and friendly and trustworthy and love and joy and protection from Ra. Stay for I. This is Point Black, PBNN, Point Black National News. No man precedes his mother, as the General Sultan said he would say. You know what I'm saying? And the Pharaoh, like I said, is apprentice that stay and watch over the people. I say, this is PBN, Point Black, National News, the late edition, 1.